What's good, YouTube? This is BP Capital. So before we start today's video, I want y'all to like and subscribe this video so we can start pushing the algorithm so this reaches out to more people, because today's episode is a special day and I want people to really see the reality of trading and how you're actually supposed to approach it. So do that. But today, basically, it was a rough day trading. I'm not gonna lie. Probably one of my roughest days in a while, like months. And it had to do with just bad psychology, right? And when we say psychology is important in this game, it truly is important. Like, yo, I kid you not, like the day was so bad, I had to just step away from everything. I had to go bust my ass at the gym, you know, come here and do some things to ease my mind and really just cool off and then recollect myself, right? And it was difficult for me to deal with, I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't seen myself do that in months, but the market humbled me, right? And basically what happened is, you know, this week I was doing well. I was up pretty strong on a week, about 600, was it? I think I was up like $600, right? And by Thursday, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna touch the charts tomorrow. I'm good on that. Like, I woke up in the morning saying I'm not gonna touch the charts. I'm not gonna take it. Then for some reason, something said unless it's a really good entry, and that's where I fucked up. All right. So immediately, I started trading. Like, when I got into work, I found, like, you know, an entry. I told myself there was, and I took a loss, and then I ended up going into a down spiral. Like, I just kept taking trade after trade, like trying to basically get the money back, revenge trading, which was pretty fucking stupid on my end. And it was rough. I don't know what got into me. I don't know what triggered me to do that, what made me violate my rules and all that stuff. But basically, the result was I lost all the profit that I gained that week. So keep in mind, like $600 and then some. And it's not like what I'm making, that was at least 6 times what I normally risk. You gotta keep in mind about that. So the fact that I lost that much showed me that I was fucked up, because another one of my rules is I don't take 1 and 2, 3 trades a day. If I lose by 3rd one, I should be done. And I'm not supposed to over risk, but guess what? I did, I over leverage. And I'm still trying to piece together why that happened. And I think part of it could have been due to overconfidence and all that stuff, and just other things. But one thing I did tell myself is I'm actually glad this happened. And that sounds contradictory, right? But this is the type of things that a lot of traders experience when they're on their rise. It's actually pretty normal. It's not uncommon. So we kind of go through different phases when we trade, right? We have, you know, the losing phase, where we're just constantly losing money. We don't really experience that bliss, right? In some play, damn, I'm on my throat a little off today, but some traders experience, you know, that early winning stages, and then they get kicked by the market. Like, they ask us kick later on, but you know, most of us, we happen to lose like in the beginning, right? And then we get to that break even phase where we're not losing, but we're not making, and we're just trying to really grind it back. And then we experience profitability for once after so long of trying, grinding, and all that. And what typically will happen is you get in a phase of almost like bliss and overconfidence, where in one day you basically can mess up most of your profits. Now, I didn't blow my account because I'm still up on the month. I'm still profitable on the month. But the market humbled me because I got way too overconfident. And a lot of traders experience that once they start reaching their profitability. Now, guess what though? That step right there was a step where everything changes. Because I've heard it with Raja Banks, Lamboraul. They both had those phases where they got a little overconfident. But once that happened, the market humbled them, their mindset changed, and they just took off from there, right? And that's essentially what's going to happen to me. I know it, because I know I'm not going to repeat the same mistake twice. And it was just like, it was frustrating. Like, think about it. I had a couple weeks worth of progress and growth, and I threw it all away. And it's rough. Like, I mean, this is the reality of trading. This is the things you have to deal with. Like, I don't ever blame the market. What I do works, and it's going to continue working. I know that. But the thing that determines if I come out on top is actually me going through and being consistent and controlling my psychology and like controlling how I think overall. Because the only reason I ended up losing that much was I couldn't control how I was thinking. Now, think about it. I was up on the week. I was perfectly fine. I made more than most traders make in a freaking day, all right? Like, I made a lot of money on that day. And, sorry, during the week, not the day. I don't know why I said that. But I made a lot of money, and then somehow I fucked it up all in one day. Like, that's not how trading normally works. If you're managing your risk right, you have set rules that you follow. As long as you have your trading plan in place, if you have a risk management and all that stuff, like, you should be good. You shouldn't really experience that sort of losses. But I did, because I got to my own head, and it is what it is, I took it as a learning experience. I actually tried to find the good in it, the light in it. Like, originally I let it beat me up, but I found out the power of thinking positive and trying to find a lesson in that, and thinking about the bright side is good. Because, like, guess what? I learned this at a lower scale. Like, I learned this before I'm making, 30,000 a month, 40, 50,000 a month, right? I learned that before I did that, which is great for me, because imagine being at that level and you've never experienced that, and you just kind of get your own head and then you blew all that money. That would suck. But when you do it at a smaller scale, at least you're taking the lessons, you're learning from it. Because, like, every lesson I've learned in this industry, I've eventually overcame it. It's something that I'm gonna continue to work on and continue to take lessons from. Like, every day is a learning experience, no matter what. Like, that's why I journal. That's why I do these things. Journaling is important, and I felt like it was important for me to share the story, because that's the reality of it. Like, I'm telling y'all face on this video that I actually messed up my account. I'm still in profit for the month, don't get me wrong, but I lost most of that profit because in one day, just because I couldn't control this, right? So keep that in mind when we're trading and when we're learning. Like, the most important part is this, not the strategy, not your smart money concept, not your Malaysian SNR, not your Fibonacci retracement. It's this, your mental, right? And we just got to keep that in mind when we're trading. But man, I'm still in disbelief. I'm gonna make a lot of corrections. I gotta figure out some things, it is what it is, man. But man, I'm really thinking about this, like, how I managed to do that. I still don't, like I said, I still don't know what triggered me to act stupid today. I really don't know, but it's just, I gotta do some deep thinking, deep reflecting. I gotta have some systems in place in order to prevent that from happening next time, because it just was not a fun experience for me to do that. And now I gotta climb back, make everything right, and just get back to where I was. And I think I'll get there within the next couple of weeks. Like, I'll make back what I lost. But we gotta move past it. We just gotta keep pushing forward. Think of it as a business. Sometimes you make mistakes in your business. You have catastrophic losses, whatever, failures. I mean, not catastrophic, but major losses that kind of affect your profit or whatever, and you just bounce back from it. And that's just really the way I see trading. I see it as a business the same way. Like, in no industry you're safe. It doesn't matter if you're trading, you're real estate, you do sales, insurance, whatever you do. Like, you're going to have times where you're gonna get hit in the freaking face, and you're gonna have to kind of figure out how to adjust from there, But yeah, man. But like I said, this channel, it's supposed to be raw, transparent, truthful, and I'm literally letting y'all know on camera that I fucked up. But a lot of traders won't tell you when they do. That's funny, right? You go on Instagram, people don't show you when they mess up. They just make it seem like they're the perfect trader, even on their YouTubes and all that stuff. Well, guess what? I'm not perfect, and none of us are. No trader is perfect. We all make mistakes. It's all just about how we manage it, how we manage our emotions, and we make it from there. You know, in another example, right? Umar Ashraf, I think his name is. He trades more stocks, but he literally said one time he was on live and he lost like almost like what, a third of his account on a trade. I can't remember what it was. It was something crazy, but um, it's bro, that's a lot of money to lose in one trade. You gotta think about that. But and that was at a higher level, like a higher scale. Like he was already like making money, but that one day screwed him over, and it happens, right? But overall, it's just about what's your recovery plan. That's really the most important part for me right now, my recovery plan. So if you ever experience that in your trading career, it comes across you, when you do, just make sure you have a recovery plan in place. Follow it strictly, and just get back to it, bro. We're all here to get it back. We're all here to grow. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk out ears off no more. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're gonna keep going. I ain't going nowhere. Peace.